Hi, it's Yeka Marie, and it's time for another edition of Costume News. Are you in the central Illinois area, particularly in the Peoria area? There's a costume swap going on there, which I think is a really cool idea. You can take your gently used costumes from past Halloweens or plays or whatever, and you can take them to the Peoria Playhouse or the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and you can trade them in there and get a voucher, which you can then use at their Playhouse swap on October 15th. You need to have your gently used costumes turned in by October 9th. So between now and October 9th, if you take your costumes there, you'll get a voucher and you can pick up your new costume for this year's Halloween. Very cool. I love the idea of recycling stuff. Awesome. Are you planning on dressing up for Halloween? Some of us do, some of us don't. Well, if you are and you are into buying mass-produced costumes, you can dress up as a sexy gorilla this Halloween. Okay, in other tasteless costume news, at this year's Dragon Con, there was a couple that decided to dress as the Twin Towers, which was depicting the attack on the Twin Towers on September 11th, 2001. Dragon Con apparently they dispatched security to try and escort these people off the premises, but they had already left, and it appeared that they were not actually attendees of Dragon Con. Guys, there are some things you shouldn't cosplay, and I'm thinking of doing a video later on kind of talking about that, because most anything and everything you can make a costume and somewhere it will be appreciated, but there are some things that are really off limits. National tragedies are kind of one of those things. In much happier news, the International Costumers Guild recognized Myrtle Douglas as the mother of convention costuming at this past year's Worldcon, Mid-America Con 2. Forrest J. Ackerman and Myrtle Douglas were at the very first World Science Fiction Convention in 1939, and they were the only two attendees who came in costume. 77 years later, the tradition of wearing costumes to conventions is huge, so much so that nearly every sci-fi fan convention, anime convention, comic convention, any type of fanish convention, most of them have some sort of costume competition. So convention costuming is huge in 2016. So thank you so much to Myrtle Douglas for starting this awesome tradition that so much of us enjoy and have so much fun doing. Check out the ICG's video on Myrtle Douglas. And yeah, that's it for this edition of Costume News. We'll see you next time.